Hello everyone and welcome to Chroma Endless 2 episode 6. Today we start chapter 3, which will have Powah and Pneumaticcraft. First quest is uraninite, which is basically just hold some uraninite. That was easy. Next we get to use our alchemy catalyst that I made in the last episode and turn that into silicon paste. I made quite a lot of silicon for this. I don't know, oh what's that? Arcs. I've never seen that button before. Yes, I don't know how much we'll need, so I guess we'll just make as much as we possibly can. I don't think it's taking that much mana to do this. Oh, a little bit. An amount. This paste does one singular thing, and that is, whoops, the game has frozen. Right, the game crashed. Unsure why, but it did. But look, we are making dielectric paste. I also made lots of charcoal to make this earlier. We actually have loads of tree farms which I made to make this building, and I forgot about them. But yay, dielectric paste. This will be slow, but at least we can make plenty. Next, we need to make ourselves a dielectric rod horizontal, a vertical one, and also some basic capacitors. We then need to turn 2 of our basic capacitors into large ones and make ourselves a basic battery. Okay, this is horribly expensive, but we need to combine 4 blocks of steel with 12 dielectric rods. I am trying to mute the mechanism machines because they're so loud. I've also sort of semi-set this up. Does that not input? Oh, it doesn't input the extra on the same side as the not extra. That's fine. I'm sure it's not a big deal, but there we go. 1 dielectric casing. And we should, with a couple more. Okay, I can't make them. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I also made myself a Sojourner sash while we were doing the Britannia stuff, which is why I can move faster. Okay, now we can make ourselves an energizing rod. And to use this, we also need an energizing orb, which is a kind of a horrible recipe. 33 blocks of dielectric paste. And I know it's cheap, but it takes so long to craft. So I guess I'll get to making everything else first. At least we have plenty of uraninite. Do need some more glass, which means we need some more sand. And it's quite a lot of steel, almost steel blocks. Okay, at least we can do that. So I'll gather the ingredients and see how well we can do. Boy, oh boy, have I just spent a really long time trying to find this place. So this is the Everbrite. So basically I had to do another load of searching to find the house with the portal in. And luckily I did find it first try, sort of, but it took me like 2 hours. The problem is the house spawns in specific biomes, but they're only vanilla versions of those biomes and not the non-vanilla versions. So yeah, that sucks because the vanilla biomes are tiny. You saw the sort of savanna that we spawned in the Everdawn. So this took forever. And we are here because I do need some Ventium and some Soulite, and I'm pretty sure the only way to get them is coming into the Everbrite instead of the Everdawn. So I did have to find this, which is kind of a little bit annoying. So, oh, I don't have my pickaxe, mind you. I guess I'll just make is this wood? No, it's mushroom stem. I see. Let's go find some wood and I'll make another pickaxe for this dimension or whatever. But yeah, that was painful and annoying, and I do not like that sort of design for things, but at least we found it now, I suppose. And I was really just sort of trying to do a bit of time wasting before while I was waiting for the dielectric paste to make. But yeah, we're here, I guess. And while I was searching for so long, all the dielectric paste that we need actually finished. I also had to move this up here so that we could have a 5x5 area so that I can make this thing. I need another dielectric casing. Oh, that's a pain. Ta-da! And there we go, our energizing orb. Right, this is messy and ugly, we'll change it later, but I'm not quite sure how this works, but we're going to put electrum and steel. Oh, it worked? I didn't think anything was happening. Oh, it is happening. Okay, there we go. So let's see if maybe we can set up sort of piping for this. If I'm being quite honest, I don't know how to automate this better than just doing it myself. I mean, I can make it extract, but putting it in doesn't seem smart. And there's no limited item filter. I'm sure there's a way, and I'll probably set it up a bit in the future when we have a better place for it. We do need a fair bit of this stuff. Sadly, we can't make the blocks. I don't know. We want to make compressed iron out of this. I don't know if we need to put not compressed iron, compressed steel. I don't think it's called compressed iron anymore. Yes, compressed steel, which we can eventually make in the pressure chamber, but we still need the energized steel for it. There are seeds. I think that's a way. Oh, that's definitely a way off. So like I was saying, to start Pneumaticcraft, we need some compressed iron and the best, or steel now. And to do that to begin with, is that going to stay close enough? We're doing it here so it doesn't make too much of a mess. We are going to explode. Oh, that's going to hurt me. There we go. Some energized steel, and we will get most of it back into compressed steel. To start off with, we are going to make some compressed stone, which is just compressed steel and lunar stone in a heated mixer. And once this has rolled, I guess, we'll get reinforced stone. I'm also going to make some pressure tubes. 24 should probably be a good enough start. To use Pneumaticraft, we don't use EU, we don't use RF, and we don't use anything like that. We use pressure, and pressure is made with an air compressor, which we are close to being able to make. We need some reinforced bricks. Oh god, we need another one of these. I don't think I've got enough steel for that right now, so let's focus on the compressed steel furnace, which requires an energized steel furnace, which was why we needed to go to this other place to get ventium and fulsite. Oh, we need an oh goodness, we're going to need quite a few bizarre furnaces to get this point, but let me just pop back to the Everbrite and we will mine ourselves some ventium and some fulsite. And surprisingly, there's actually a giant cave right next to the spawn, so being able to mine the stuff is... oh, that's pyrope. Interesting. I'm pretty sure these only spawn in this dimension. I'm not 100% sure, but the ore would only spawn on the turquoise stone, which only comes from the Everbrite. So I assume pyrope and moonstone can just spawn anywhere. So I'll collect a little bit. We will need ventium in the future for things, so it's good to find this dimension. Anyway, it's good for upgrading the mechanism machines to different sorts of factories, I think, from the looks of the quests that we had. So yeah, I mean, this is all useful anyway. It's not a wasted trip, even if it took a long time. So let's start by making a brass furnace. Amethyst bronze is just amethyst and copper in a smeltery. And there's our amethyst furnace. Next is the steel furnace. And now the ventium furnace. And then we make our energized steel furnace. To boost some of our steel production, as we are thoroughly running out, I've just chucked a bit of iron in the metallurgic infuse. Now I've realized you could use charcoal for this. It doesn't feel as expensive. This is fairly slow. You have to put it around twice. Don't have any speed upgrades. I don't think we can make them. And I think there'd be a pain. Yeah, we need luminescence, which is refined glowstone, which is not quite... and this, which... oh, yes. No, we can't do that yet. We have to put up with this being slow. While I wait for more steel for the air compressor, let's start by making some of our pressure chamber things. Pressure chamber walls. So I'm going to make 32. We're going to make a 3x3x3 pressure chamber, which is small, because it's expensive to do much bigger, just in terms of dielectric place and steel and stuff. I don't think we need any bigger than this for now, to be quite honest. I'm sure this will be fine. I don't know what the glass is made of. That's cheap. Maybe we should make some of that too. We're going to need to make a pressure chamber interface and some pressure chamber valves. I guess we'll do it this way because we do only need 2. Interesting choice of recipes. Right, I had to go make another interface because I thought the valve was the interface, but there we go. Do I have to wrench one? Okay, not like that. To make it an output? No? Okay, no idea. That's importing out items. Maybe I did only need 1. Quite possibly. But yeah, the valve goes on the back. That's where the pressure goes in. It had windows. It's got a window on this side so we can see into it. It's ugly. Oh, I know what I have to do. It needs to face that. No. Oh, this is pain. That way. Yeah, okay. That's how it's meant to be. This is so confusing. I don't like Pneumaticcraft particularly. It's never been one of the mods I liked, but this looks cool. There we go. So now that's an output. The other one's an input. We can have our little pipes set up like so. I'll put this on input. I won't take this on output because I think it just pulls out whatever. It doesn't like filter it or anything. Exported. Oh, that's new from 1.12. It only exports crafted items. So now we just need to make this thing, which will mean that we can actually use the pressure chamber. I can now make myself a compressed steel furnace as well as, we don't have one of those anymore. That's annoying. And now we can make an air compressor. I'm going to also make a stack of charcoal to power this, and we are going to need our pipes, tubes, and I've made a safety tube which basically vents the air if it's going to explode, which is not the most efficient thing ever. I guess I'm gonna have to pick up all this stuff again, get our reward, but there we go. I'm also gonna have to go back this way, which I'm sure is gonna cause me issues, but at least now we can make the compressed iron a bit more easily. Our safety valves on, our coals in, we are building up pressure. This always takes a really long time, so that's why I'm doing it now, and this will build up pressure inside of here as well. And once we hit, it should be about 2, I think. Yeah, 2 bars is normally when it's happy. Next up, I think it's plastic refinement. So we need to make ourselves a vortex tube and a heat sink. Oh, I think we can actually make it. We're not out of stuff yet. Perfect. Annoyingly, I need more dielectric paste now as well. So it's a lot of waiting for everything. We need energized steel, which means we need more steel, which means we need more everything. And yeah, and it's annoying because I couldn't prepare this while I was waiting for the terrasteel because I needed all the terrasteel and needed terrasteel for all of this sort of stuff. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to do it now. I feel like I've been very dumb, but I cannot actually make a basic tier installer, and I should have been able to make the advanced tier installer, but we need a bit of redstone. So maybe I'll try and wait till the carbons come out, and then we should be able to make an advanced tier installer, which I guess does sort of speed up the machine because then we're doing more processes at once. So there we are. Okay, that's fine. Yes. Okay, so that should speed things up a little bit. I wish I'd realized that was an option before, but I guess we just didn't. So yeah, this will speed things up a little bit. I'm glad I noticed. I'll continue to make myself some energized steel, and once we have the other one tier upgrade, we'll be able to process 5 things at once, which will really help speed things up. I mean, that's 5 times faster than it was before. Even though there was a quest for this here, I kind of just forgot about it and didn't really check because I didn't really think this was available yet, because it's kind of, if the speed upgrades aren't available, why would this be available? But apparently the tier installers are available right now. So I want to make, well, I was going to make 4 refinery outputs, but we can't quite make that yet. Let me just make this so I definitely know that we have enough, and we'll put the rest of the energized steel into our thing, that over there. So here we are at the pressure chamber. I'll chuck in our energized steel very slowly. Oh, it's already at 5 bars. That's pretty nice. Maybe we could, that heated up very fast. Maybe it's improved itself since before. So yes, stuff comes in, stuff comes out. It's very cool. This feels better than it did in the past. So yeah, see, there we go. I can't see it inside. I guess it's so fast. It's a bit slow on the input and output. You can put speed upgrades in. I can't think I can make the speed upgrade. Pneumaticcraft. Lubricant and glycerol. No, we definitely cannot do that. So I guess we just wait. I've muted the interface door noise. It's annoying. So this is going to slow down the more we do. Actually, we've done all of them. Is that all of them? 40? One more. I just saw it. Oh yeah, there we go. 43. So that was actually quite fast. And we'll build the pressure back up again. And now we can make the rest of our refinery outputs, and we should be able to make ourselves a refinery controller. Woohoo, we did it. So this is basically, we put oil in this. I'll get myself a couple of SID tanks and some buckets to fill with oil so we can bring it over. Don't think we have a fluid pipe, but let's just make some now that we can. Is that the pipe wrench? Yes. So let me grab some oil from the oil place and we'll start refining, I suppose. I would also like a compressed steel block, as this is like sort of where you put the heat sink. Yeah, I'll show you. Right, so this is very ugly, I'm aware. We are going to connect some pressure Okay, does this not need pressure? Apparently not. We are going to connect some pressure to the vortex tube at the back, and this will, I know this is a bit scuffed, I never make a nice Pneumaticcraft setup. When we put oil in, like so, it will heat up because of the vortex tube. Everything else has to be covered, otherwise it gets cross, and it will produce us diesel, kerosene, gasoline, and LPG. Fairly fast, but not too fast. So the vortex tube basically has a hot end and a cold end, and it can heat up better if it has a place to disperse like other stuff. So if you want it to be really hot, you need to take away the cold. To take away the cold, you put like a block of compressed steel here and then heat sinks. You could put some more on. This is already quite hot, 152, 53 degrees. So really it'll do, it takes some of the pressure away from this as well. We could probably do with more of these. They're too expensive right now. So yeah, basically we are making lots of stuff, and it will, you can see it on the faces, but we can't. I mean, if I put glass here, you could see it. It's just sort of a distillation tower, but it refines oil rather than distills it. But it's the same thing in premise. And now I also have everything to make ourselves a tier installer Mark II Advanced. And now our processing is just that little bit faster. Now we have LPG, we want to be able to do something with it, and that is to thermo-pneumatically process it. We could also turn other things into LPG. Basically, where is it? Is it not LPG anymore? Yes, it is. If you put a bit of coal in with it, it has to be coal and not charcoal. We get molten plastic, and it's like times it by 10 as well, which is nice. So we should almost be able to make this, apart from I need a generator block. Okay. Oh, that's so annoying. I just put loads of charcoal in the machine. Whatever, we'll have to wait again, I suppose. Oh, we are so out of everything. Right, that took a bit of time, but we can now make ourselves a thermopneumatic processing plant. So let's go and make some plastic. Luckily, pipes do count as covering, so yes, we are sort of out of heat because we've got too much going on. This needs heat too, you see. Yes, this is currently not warm at all. Ah, I know why, because there's no pressure connected to this. That's silly. I need to get some more tubes. Okay, we're now heating up. We need to get to 100. I don't know what pressure we need to be at. I think doesn't really matter. Okay, this one also wants to sort of be covered up. Which is annoying. I hate that you have to cover things up like this, because the machines look quite cool and then you can't see them. Whatever, there we go. Our first molten plastic. Woohoo, and if I'm right, I think you can just chuck it on the floor and it just turns into plastic, which is quite nice of it really, because it saves me having to do any more processing. This is obviously the manual way of doing it. There we go. Now we have 6 plastic, and our next job is to make a capacitor and a transistor, which normally give me nightmares because I'm used to Project Ozone 3, where this is a horrible recipe. But oh, we don't have very much pressure in here probably. No. This is still going. Okay, that's not a good idea. I wouldn't recommend doing that. It makes a terrible noise. And we just depressurized everything pretty much. So that was silly. But basically, once we have everything in there and we actually get up to pressure, which we need to get to 1 bar, it's going up very slowly, I think. Maybe I will just undo it again and just turn off the noise. And just, temporarily. Yes, gas leaking noise. Yeah, that's fine, whatever. Just so this can go up to 1 a little bit faster. And, because I mean, technically we've got plenty of plastic now. We can keep that off for a little bit. I heard it pop, so that means it's obviously done something. I'll put the next set in as well. So there's our transistor. These are awfully expensive in Project Ozone Kappa mode. And we just need to make a capacitor. And, oh, we need 2 capacitors. Okay, let me go make another capacitor as well, because we'll need one in a second. And there's our capacitor. I'm just making the other one as well. I will hook up the rest of the pipes again after this is crafted. Actually, no, is this... No, that's a metallurgican. Oh, but I do need some more. No, I'll leave this going briefly. Is it ever going to make this? Yes, there we go. I'll leave that going briefly. Yes, okay, I'll leave that heating up, and then I should have enough, well, some more steel and stuff like that. So we should be able to make a bit more compressed iron for the future coming up. To be able to make an enrichment chamber, we first need to make ourselves a crusher. And just like that, we can make ourselves an enrichment chamber. The first thing we want to do with this is to make some compressed steel, some enriched compressed steel, or something like that. This is a Chroma thing. Enrich compressed steel. There we go. With the compressed steel, I'm going to convert 4 infused alloys and 4 basic control circuits. No, not basic ones. We need the next tier up. The advanced control circuits we will put into the infusing factory with some compressed steel, and we will get our reinforced versions. Or, in my case, the light blue versions. Oh, that's elite. It's confusing. I was just doing an extra bit of crafting so that we can create ourselves an energy tablet. Next, we need to make ourselves a solar generator from mechanism, as well as a wind generator. I've just been preparing, and we can now make ourselves an osmium compressor, and we'll get that plugged in. And to use this, we just chuck some osmium in and some glowstone on the top, and we search it and we mute it because it makes a terrible noise. And we can't make refined obsidian yet, but there we go, refined glowstone. Now, back to mana and artifice for a minute. We need to put some fluix dust on our rune forge and wait a very long time for that to cook up. And while I wait for that, we are going to put some refined glowstone in the enrichment chamber to get compressed refined glowstone, which is used for further enriching. I'm doing a 1 by 1, but there's our essence of darkness. Interesting. Essence of darkness is purple. The essence of darkness also needs to be compressed. I don't know why I'm saying compressed. It's the enrichment chamber. It's enriched, in fact. And with our enriched bits and bobs, we can now make ourselves an improved energy tablet. And with that advanced energy tablet, we can make ourselves an inscriber, like an actual real inscriber, instead of the fake arc furnace recipes we were using before. I'm also going to make myself an AE2 energy cell. And we also need to make ourselves a matter condenser. Our next aim is to make ourselves a matter infuser, and look what this does. So normally we have to spend a lot of money making a steel casing. With a matter infuser, it is so much cheaper. I mean, I know this is like 4 blocks of steel, but it's 8 blocks of steel this way, which is absolutely ridiculous. I can't wait for this recipe. Now we should be able to make ourselves the matter infuser, which will make things so much cheaper for us now. I'm so glad. Right, we have a few pathways we could go down. I think I'm going to continue down this way for now until we get to a stop point. We can get into the ME controller. We don't really need it right now. We will shortly, but these are kind of, I'd want maybe some 4Ks at least, which, I mean, aren't really too expensive, apart from all of the redstone ingots, which is a lot of compressed steel and then a lot of steel. So I'm going to just batch craft a bunch of steel. I'm doing it right now. Get a bunch of it, and then we'll get into that part of AE2. And for now, we will go to the machine frame, which is made with, oh no, dielectric casing, steel plates and tin gears. Interesting. And we'll probably need a fair few of them actually, which is a shame because we don't really still have a whole lot of steel. Steel seems to be the biggest bottleneck ever. Oh dear, I've been very stupid. Didn't realize there was a cheaper recipe for this. That's so bad. Do I have any rods left? No. Okay. Oh my god, we've wasted so much steel. Oh well, we've learnt now. Let's just make one for now. How much steel plates do we have? Okay, we've got enough. We'll just make the one. At least, oh, we found the recipe. I mean, I could have been doing that recipe for the whole time. Imagine how much steel we've wasted doing that. Whatever, I'm sure it's fine. Not a problem. Oh, look, that was so easy and nice, not an issue. Let's make our first machine frame. So here is our matter infuser. Let's chuck in the dielectric casing, the tin gear and the steel plates, and quite fast actually, 80 ticks. We get our first machine frame, and that was so much cheaper than other things have been recently. So that's very nice. Oh, a magma crucible. Let's do that. Okay, I need to make some fluid cell frames. I don't know what these are really, apart from the fact you can make other tanks out of them, I suppose, which is probably going to be very beneficial because we don't have any other tanks that move. But there we go, some cell frames, and if we head back to here, we should turn these into... Oh no, we're out of compressed steel again. Do I have any energized left? Not very much. Everything's expensive. Okay, now that's sorted out, we can make ourselves a magma crucible. I'm not really sure what the purpose of making all of this stuff is. I guess we also need to make... Oh no, it's got a new name. The fluid encapsulate... Oh no, netherite gears. I don't have any netherite. I don't want to go mining. I'm gonna have to go mining for netherite again. That's... sucks. I hate netherite Can never find it. Is there a cheaper recipe yet? Netherite scrap. Time to investigate. Lo and behold, we have some ancient debris. I definitely is not enough ancient debris. Goodness me, how much? How? So much ancient debris that we need. Maybe I should make a hammer or something. I did finally get the netherite. We should be able to make ourselves a fluid. I forgot what it's called. Okay, I haven't got the machine frames. They're still downstairs. Okay, problem solved. 1 fluid encapsulator, which we will put downstairs next to our magma crucible. I don't know why it says a different name. I wish it didn't, but there we go. So now it will input things from that side, and perfect. I'm going to put some electrum rods in the fluid encapsulator with a bit of destabilized redstone to get ourselves some redstone flux coils, and I'm going to get 8 of those. And here are some redstone servos as well. The final thermal machine we'll be making for a while will be the induction smelter, and for that we need signalum. In this pack we can't melt redstone in a smeltery, so instead I am melting it with our magma crucible and putting it into a seared fuel tank, which will then pipe into the smeltery, and hopefully that works. And I forgot that we actually need blazing blood for this. Whoops. Well, it's a lot easier to kill everything now than the first time we had to get blaze heads. They just sort of die in one hit, and they drop like things that look like coins. We've got 1 blaze head already. I was just seeing while there was some wither skeletons around if we could get another one, and some more wither skeleton skulls. No such luck. Particularly, more with the skeleton skulls, which is always nice. But yeah, that wasn't actually too bad considering what it was like last time. Now we have our 8 signalum, and now we can make our induction smelter. Woohoo! If we were to continue on the route that we were going, which is down here, we'd need an ender star, which means we need the ender crafter, which is actually this route. So we need to pivot back for a little bit and make ourselves some black steel, which is just steel infused with the essence of darkness that we already made. Now, we'll likely need more, but there is our first black steel. And to turn these into black steel plates, which, let's just turn all of them into black steel plates, we have to put them in the osmium compressor, which is strange, but whatever. Next up, we need to make ourselves a fluid mixer, which I assume takes pressure, yes. And this just mixes either lava and water to make obsidian, or more likely ethanol and plant oil to get us biodiesel, and also glycerol, which I don't really know what that does. Oh, it makes bandages and speed upgrades. Interesting. Okay, so I've got some ethanol and some plant oil, which I got from the industrial machines. Let's move that. Whoops. Okay, I put it to the wrong place. That was silly. Okay, you don't have to pipe into this. I can just right click and it goes in. So that's much easier. I made some mechanism fluid things, so now we have oh goodness, that's not very much biodiesel, is it? Teeny tiny amounts of biodiesel and some glycerol. I don't know how much biodiesel we need. We need a little bit. We need 100 per. So more than that. We'll get a fair bit from this, I guess. I don't know quite how much of this, how much luminescence we are going to need. Probably a fair bit, so maybe it'd be good if we set up some farms maybe to get plant oil, etc. And now I have a little bit of biodiesel. I will just chuck it into our thermo-pneumatic processing plant, and we'll get ourselves some inert luminescence, which is nice. So I've also just set up, I don't know if you can actually see it out the window, but we've got a little sort of tomato farm going on now. No, you can't see, it's over there. We'll ignore the stupid beetroot farm I made up, because tomatoes can both be ethanol and plant oil. You can turn them into seeds, and for the seed oil or the plant oil, and then the tomatoes turn into the ethanol. So I thought they'd probably be a good idea. It's not automatic, it's just me doing it. I don't quite know how much of this stuff we'll need, so we'll see, I suppose. Oh, there's plenty of glycerol though. So yeah, we get quite a fair bit of stuff out of this. We get 25 makes 50, so we're not doing too badly actually on the stuff itself. I don't know what the glycerol is for. I know we just looked at this, but it doesn't really do very much apart from make speed upgrades. We need lubricant for that first, and some ice shards and stuff, so we can't really even do that. But yeah, we have our inert luminescence. Just killed the Guardian of Gaia again because we need more Gaia spirits. I would really like to get into the mining dimension before I have to go mining again, which does mean a fair few Gaia spirits. So yeah, That's what I was doing that mainly while I waited for this to empty so that we could put our inert luminescence in with some refined glowstone and get ourselves actual luminescence. Next, we combine some luminescence, a black steel slate, and 2 compressed steel, and that should give us our first basic component from extended crafting. If we combine 4 basic components and a basic capacitor in our pressurization chamber, we will get a basic catalyst. There we go. To be a bit more efficient with our Terra Steel, we can use 1 Terra Steel and 4 Gaia Spirits to make a Gaia Spirit ingot and then kill the Tier 2 Gaia Guardian, who is more difficult. We should be fine though. Okay, we did it. I think my inventory is pretty full though of rubbish, sticks, and I don't know if I want that or not. Maybe I'll just put some stuff in here for now. So yeah, we got lots of stuff from that, including a full repaired elementium sword. That's pretty nice. Maybe some more wither skulls. Lots of witches spawned, but we did it. A bundle. I don't really understand the bundle thing. Anyway, the main thing about from the... Oh, we got 20 Gaia Spirits. I think I had 4 on me. Anyway, if we open this, we want the Ring of Odin. Oh, that sucks. This is uses mana instead of food. And it takes loads of mana. I pointed with my fingers. You can't see that. Ooh, a hat. So yes, sucky. Don't like that. We use so much mana just eating there. But I guess we need to do it again. We do need how many Gaia Spirits? We need 9 to make the mining portal, which I have got rid of the recipe for. Mining portal. We need a block. So 9 times 4 is 36. We have 20. So, I mean, a couple more fights. I am just going to make one of my favourite Britannia things, which is the Rod of the Unstable Reservoir, which will just make killing things a little easier. We're also going to need a fair amount of Terra Steel, I've just realised. So this will sort of go on in the background, I think, while I do other stuff, until we have enough, what's the word? Mana, that's the word, mana, until we have enough mana. So we are going to need some more Ender Pearl stuff as well. I think it's about 11 Terra Steel that we'll need, which is quite a bit, to be honest. But it's fine, I'm sure we'll manage. And now we should be able to make ourselves our first extended crafting table. Yay, there we go. 1 basic crafting table, the most boring of all of the basic crafting tables, or the not so basic, the advanced, the extended. Where shall we put it? Here? Yay, it's just like a normal crafting table. Woohoo! Okay, to get into our ender crafting, I need to set some soil or whatever it is on fire and chuck some glowstone in, and this will... Okay, we have to actually wait. This should get us some... There we go. Soul powder. Okay, it's slow. When that's done, we turn the soul powder into soul powder blocks, like so, and then we chuck in something I don't have with me. And that something was simply just some iron, so I guess we just let that cook. Oh, I see. That got me 1. That's expensive on the glowstone then. To get the ender ingots we need, I'm going to put ender pearls and soul steel into our energizer, and we will get our ender ingots. Firstly, we are going to make ourselves an ender alternator. I killed the Guardian of Gaia again, and Key of the King's Law, that's not what I want. We are going to take our basic crafting table, 3 superheated purified Vintium ingots and 5 ender ingots, and this will craft us our ender crafter. We're just going to chuck it here for now. We only have 1 end alternator. We might actually just put it on the top. So this will be incredibly slow, but that's okay. We have it, so that's something. I now have to make myself another basic crafting table because we actually need it for our crafts coming up. I am going to need some ender pearls for the next bit, so we are just going to come to the end, kill some endermen and pray. Oh, my shoes broke. Yeah, let's just hope the ender dragon doesn't notice us killing his fiends. Okay, that should be enough. I have enough skulls for 3 wither kills, so I'll just do it in the sneaky way. We got a netherite sword from killing those endermen, so I don't know if that's actually better than my cleaver or not, so we'll see. The cleaver was definitely better. If you can't see my hand, it's because I cast invisibility on myself just then, but if I put this in here, we should... Oh, it glitches. I don't like that. No. Do I have to put this here? I don't know if it's working really slowly or if it's not working. I guess wait a second. I am stupid. It's Eyes of Ender. There, now it's working. Oh my goodness, that was silly of me. Oh, there's a hole there. Need to remember that. Yeah, it is crafting. It is slow. I did also drink some milk because the flickering was being annoying. Gaia Guardian dead again, and Ring of Loki. We don't want that one either. Right, now that our Ender Star is done, we are going to make another machine now called a dissolver, and that takes the Ender Star plus some buckets of molten plastic and some mana diamond plates, like so. This dissolver basically allows us to get chemicals from pretty much every single item in the whole of Minecraft, at least 1,136, which is quite a lot. For one of the next machines that we need, I need to make some redstone components, which are just made with redstone ingots instead of compressed iron, which, I mean, technically this is still compressed iron just with a bit of extra redstone added, but it looks prettier. Those redstone components are combined with a capacitor in the pressure chamber to get ourselves a redstone catalyst. I am now making some advanced components because we need that for another machine, and they get combined with some hardened capacitors in the pressure chamber. So we can now make ourselves a combiner and a compactor. First things first, we want some scandium, so we are going to put some cobbled deep slate into the dissolver, and that has a chance to give us scandium. It also has a chance to give us a bunch of other stuff as well, but scandium is what we're looking for. Now we might need a bit of scandium, so I have set up a very small automation, basically of just taking deep slate and putting the products in here. We are going to need 16 scandium to start with, and we have 3, so it might take a minute. We're also getting lots of silicon dioxide. I assume we could just dissolve it further into oxygen and silicon, or we can turn it straight back into various other things like cobblestone, or we can make mycelium. Okay, we can make all sorts of stuff out of this. This is very fun. I just noticed you get the same percentage chance of getting scandium from slabs over the full block, so we might as well use that and then double the amount of deep slate we have. We have 9 so far in terms of scandium, a little bit of osmium, some aluminium, some yttrium, terbium, silver. Who knew there was so much in just random rocks? Oh, and I just realised that unlocked chapter 4, so we can move on to this now too. And now that we've unlocked stage 4, I think it's a good time to end today's episode. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.